Hello, I am Endlessness and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, and in this video I'd like to give you a guide for Turks Crash 2 in the Critical Threat event. Elena, Reno and Rude are three bosses we have to fight simultaneously, and they are quite relentless. Rude is weak to wind but resists fire, and Elena is weak to fire but resists ice, and Reno is weak to ice but resists lightning. And they all deal physical damage, but you can debuff Elena and Reno's physical attack while Rude is immune. And there is a sigil phase early on with required X sigil, but if you have AoE weapons you could break it without sigils. And Rude might have a sigil phase with either physical or magic counter, depending on your strongest DPS unit, and then a diamond sigil phase, but his sigil phases are skippable as they only happen after you kill Reno, so it's all about timing, and ideally you want to kill Reno and Rude at the same time or close to that, and that will leave only Elena that you have to deal with. However, after Elena is the only Turk left, she'll do a series of attacks followed by cross combo. Watch out for "Don't mess with the Turks" red text on the screen, because that's where the DPS race begins, and next cross combo attack will insta-kill one of your characters. And she'll target the first one with highest max HP followed by the lowest max HP character shortly after. And because these three are weak to different elements, non-elemental weapons that target all enemies seem to be the most efficient, and most importantly, all bosses have a lot of HP and they are not immune to poison. So to make this battle a lot quicker and more bearable, bring biomateria and try to poison all of them. Turks Rerun is honestly a lot more demanding than I expected it to be, because so far those Crash reruns weren't really much more difficult than original battles, while we have gotten significantly stronger. And here I expected the same thing, the battle to be slightly harder but not really difficult, but it feels like they overtuned it a bit, and at least to me this Crash rerun feels more demanding than those two previous crashes we had in year 2. Last crash required Angeal as a tank with insanely high defenses, but here the whole team needs very high physical defense, and I just didn't expect that, and I had to spend more than a few attempts adjusting my stats to be able to just barely survive Turk's bloodlust attack. And I'm not complaining, I'm just surprised by those high requirements on this Crash rerun. As for the team, I think the most ideal debuffer in this battle is Vincent, because he has Kuja to debuff Elena and Reno, but his second limit break, Beast Flare, is the only thing in a game that ignores immunities and can debuff attack even when the boss is immune. And debuffing Rude makes the battle a lot easier. And he also has double stim E-weapon that can poison all enemies if Vincent meets the HP requirement, and that's huge because poison is very effective in this battle. It's not the big PP damage and DPS, it's the poison that is the MVP, because all Turks have a lot of HP and Bio just devours the HP bar. But another good support would be Barret, I think. He has Electric Cannon, which is Kuja made specifically for original Turks Crash, always having that guaranteed P-attack debuff, which is most important, and Barret has Assault Cannon that can provide high potency physical defense buff with incredibly fast animation. Angeal could be a good support too, I think, with Veil, but Aerith is obviously a great healer and support with her Baharot, and then she has another option for secondary like Kamura to buff physical attack. Matt could be good with Centipede, and then another secondary like Bramblespine to buff physical attack, and Centipede providing high potency physical defense buff, which might make it a little bit easier to survive. But for DPS, I think the best ones are Baha Cloud or FF6 Tifa, as the weapons have the same C ability that deals physical non-elemental damage to all enemies, and it's very good damage. And you could also have a secondary single target weapon or wind materia specifically for Rude to get rid of his wind gauge faster if you need to. But I have Sephiroth, Aerith and Cloud on my team, as they are my best options, with Sephiroth being debuffing DPS, Aerith support healer, and Cloud a DPS. And Aerith with Cloud have biomateria to poison the bosses, and I don't have one on Sephiroth, mostly because I would lose too much defense, and for the most part Sephiroth will be debuffing attack and Aerith will need to heal. And because Root's physical attack can't be debuffed unless you're using Vincent, Aerith's Baharut provides only mid-potency PDEV buffs, so I need much higher HP and defenses than I was originally prepared for. Aerith has Bahamut outfit with Breath of the Earth, Baharut for heals and PDEV buff, Terra Rod to debuff Elena and Reno's element resistance and prime them for summons, and also because it deals AoE damage, which will be very helpful in that sigil phase early on, and this is why Aerith has no X sigil. Then Ultimate Princess Guard, Bio to help Cloud poisoning the bosses, Hura for single target heals, and then Windbridge Materia for Root to deplete his Aegis Gauge faster. And in sub-equipment slots, Aerith has Hellhouse event weapon with HP and PDEV, Gale weapon with physical defense for allies, and Centipede to boost heal, so Aerith has 16.7 HP, 4.7 heal and 280 physical defense. Sephiroth has Lethal style outfit with Hellfire, Protector's Blade for DPS, Kuja to debuff attack and Genji, Stat Stick, Wind Materia for Rude, and Exeter just in case. And in sub-equipment slots, Sephiroth has Hellhouse event weapon with HP and PDEV, Citric Wand and Syringe both have buff debuff extensions, so Kuja debuffs and especially Genji buffs last longer, so Sephiroth has 16.1 HP, 8.1 magic attack and 260 PDEV. Cloud has Bahamut outfit with Shiva, Baha sword for DPS, Glavenus to buff physical attack, Ultimate Buster, Stat Stick, Bio and Exeter just in case I might need it. Then in sub-equipment slots, Cloud has Bald Eagle, Zax, Buster Sword Origin and Gale weapon with PDEV for allies, so Cloud has 16.3 HP, 7.1 P attack and 262 PDEV. Immediately switch to Root and try to poison him with Bio. And here switch to defense. You have to switch on defense on this first attack because you'll lose too much HP and you won't be able to recover from the second attack that will follow. So immediately heal and Sephiroth Kuja twice for those high potency physical attack debuffs, and I was... oh, actually it worked. Okay, now it's Reno. Let's try to poison him because I like to do Root, Reno and Elena's last. And this is the second attack and we're not done yet. So same thing, try to recover HP and go back to doing physical attack debuffs because Reno just nullifies it, and please Bio work. But those two attacks are single target attacks, in my case it's Sephiroth, and you need to have enough HP and defense to survive them. And now the second one. And I'm not going to heal here. Please lag. Okay. Still no bio, but here I'm just going to do AoE attacks to get rid of all those sigils. Just 6 AoE attacks and all of them will be broken. And perfect. Let's try. Oh, actually this worked nice. So second poison. And also I'm preparing all my summons here, but also I want to recover HP on everyone. Maybe, oh perfect, this is great, but also here you need to have high potency physical attack debuffs before they hit, but also I'm going to use my summons before this attack, so Elena won't be able to out heal this. She'll heal anyway, but at least I won't be sitting on those summons. And just one more Kuja and we should be fine. Everyone is poisoned. The poison will not last very long because it's materia. And this will be close because Turk's bloodlust without Vincent, it hurts a lot. We're still fine. But here is that Aegis gauge, and that means we don't really have to do much because we can't target anyone else until we have depleted that gauge. So I'm just going to deplete this a little bit because I also have to pay attention to Reno. Just make sure that Reno's HP is low enough at the end of this phase. That's when he starts doing his charge attack, that you can kill him before that, but also make sure that Root won't be able to stay much longer alive, so keep him poisoned because poison is amazing on Root. And now Reno does his electro charge, that's electro burst, and I need to have my Shiva ready to delete him. Perfect. It might take a little bit of practice, but you can't just time it. And now Root is stunned, so he can't do anything, he can't switch to defense, and just finish him off. Because if you take too long, then he'll switch to defense and you'll have the sigil phase. That's why you want to time it to kill both of them at the same time. And now Elena's the only one left, so poison her and start debuffing her physical attack if you didn't do so already. But also make sure that you are at full HP or close, and most importantly you have that physical defense buff. That's fine. And just heal from that. And actually I'm going to use the summon here because she switched stances, so she takes a lot more damage now, but she still has a lot of HP. But always make sure that Elena is poisoned. And also, I'm not going to do too much because this is cross combo, that's the first one. You can survive this, so don't worry about it. And here immediately just heal the character that was attacked from, and it should happen soon. Yeah, here don't mess with the Turks. Now the DPS race begins. Because now we have a few more seconds until Elena starts attacking someone. So got you now, that cross combo. If one of your characters gets hit with that, they will die. There's no way of surviving that because it deals around 90,000 damage, close to 100,000 depending on your physical defense. So make sure that you, at least one character can die, but you can't lose the whole team because you'll do it over and over again. So you have to win that DPS race. But yeah, that's basically the whole crash. As I already said, so I'm a little bit surprised by those high requirements, but I'm actually happy I managed to do it with Sephiroth, even though we now have Vincent, other characters that might be better. But that's my original Turks team, Sephiroth and Cloud. I'm just happy I did that, but I hope you found my guide helpful, and thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next one.